Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, another person to count on is always good after all.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as...
Ah, yes. I do have some information. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in...
Blonde. Dresses awful. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look...
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This...
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya?
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps, after all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to... And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary... Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now. Well, as to further news about him, he stands guard at the city gate. I wish you every success. Ad Astra Abyssa. Ad Astra...
Honorary knight is something. A stranger with an eye patch. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I lost him pretty quickly. Still, as long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some...
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean...
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may over... Anyways. Oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while. You should go ask him. Maybe he...
What? You need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard if the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place.
The angels share? Anyway, let's go to...
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by...
That I have. He comes here every night. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes.
And what's Master Deluxe?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that...
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine, and there's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if... Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that...
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look. had no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling? Well, that's as good a reason as any.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
That's not true, and you know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
And he was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's...
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and the 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment. That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of...
Ah, thank you. Now as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong. I only wish to know what your choices are. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon. I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question. Is that your answer? Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a... Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity? So that's your answer? Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So, this is your... As I thought. You really are similar to her. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand. That said, I only take commission. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find... those creatures that serve the Abyss. I have come to Mondstadt this time, while...
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss mages.
Oh, that's right! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss.
There's some reason behind... It's possible that they may have...
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for...
That manner. It's just like hers. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? Let's meet up at the temple. This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does not. The scent of the Abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
I wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
From whence you came! Swift and merciful!
Oz, reveal thyself!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
One with my blade. Submit for judgment. Swift and merciful. One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack.
By royal decree.
Check this out.
Come on, we can do it.
Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from.
A touch of frost. Fire it up! I got you covered!
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that the abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. That is why even the dragon of the east and the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than.
You seem to know a lot about.
Well, I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. Judging by the traces I'm following, perhaps we may find our.
Ham, where do you think you're going? We need to get back right away. think Dane's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Huh? Lord of Wolvendom, great, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here on... No, nor does it know... I only know these things because of previous traveling. All right, let's go see if that abyss...
Well, where do we begin?
Indeed. See that? Floating... Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left...
Looks like the abyss really... Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Swift and merciful, from whence you came!
No rest for the...
Spirit Blade, attack!
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first. Let's dance.
From whence you came! Forth, my blade!
Oz, reveal thyself!
Swift and merciful, submit for judgment!
Whew! That's that! Let's go check out that bonfire! Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the Abyss. I'll protect us.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found that they were left behind by abyss mages. And it seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with... We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf,
But now we're out of leads!
No. There is... Let's get a move on then.
Let's dance.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis, but I suppose that this place is more... In fact, if my memory serves, this the first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt. The
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Deval...
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that want? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, let's go see what the situation.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Touch of frost. From whence you came.
By royal decree.
Spirit blade. Attack. Don't get too close. Here's backup. Fire it up.
Oh, it's ripping.
One with my blade. Submit for judgment. Swift and merciful. But how?
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame, exactly.
No, you're right. If it...
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys. Once upon a time, yes. I simply...
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that, but where are they now?
She no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too...
Oh, is that how it is?
I still have some things left
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come... Hey, once you find your sibling, we should... Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast. Either way, we should settle down in a place where the...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you... Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there.
Whoa, Dane moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything...
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look at... My traveling companion brought me here on our...
So, Dane, what about...
Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? But how could that be? You only touched that.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational. At least you now know that she is at this time. The most important thing is yes. And this is something may you find your kin at the end of that journey.
Huh?
Only for now. Don't. After all, I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Yes! Yes! They have the the 7 dragons, gods. Still, this time is different. Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to...
Hello. We were just discussing the...
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders...
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt. But...
You already know something then. I guess you must have crossed paths. You were correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that, despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders, they have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's force.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief.
Grand Thief?
Oh, indeed. He is an The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, you met the living legend himself while you were... So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to...
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full, but anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Leave this...
Oh.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then...
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
A touch of frost.
This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
Ride on wind and cloud alike.
This could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? That's... Why is the statue of this and the statue's hands? Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Hello? Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here. Ah! We can't stay here! Quick, run! La 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 la. Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go!
You have come here. You have as a herald.
An abyss herald?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a... Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the abyss has gone. The abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? Pirates never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky.
By royal decree,
I'll protect us.
Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
Let the show begin.
This power... I see. So it's you. You... In that case, I shall stay...
What a tough battle! Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss or... Huh? What is it? Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of...
So, we meet again.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, could it be that you encountered an
Huh? How did you...
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruined...
And then, as we got close to the exit, we fought a big battle with that thing.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe...
Oz, reveal thyself!
Check this out! My blade! Spirit blade! Attack! A touch of frost. From whence you came.
Those Abyss mages just now.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned rooms.
Oh, is that so? Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know, that...
They wouldn't be searching for such... In fact, I was nearby investigating They seemed to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain... However, they looked disappointed. So it would...
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards the... But I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of... One cannot discover the truth. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else. Much... All right. We shouldn't waste too much time.
Let's dance.
One with my blade.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
But how? Submit for judgment. Barely a scratch.
Come on, we can do it.
whence you came! Swift and merciful!
No rest.
Curb your fury! Submit for judgment!
This realm is no home for a princess.
Check this out! From whence you came, a touch of frost. Forth, my blade!
Wow! Besides the abyss, seems wherever we find an abyss mage hideout, there's
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin. Rather, they are both
branches. Roots?
both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Conry? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over. Oh. Speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's. Oh! Right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was. Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets, but if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that
It seems your sister woke up first.
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave.
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, it seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked.
Oh, Paimon knows this part, really.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you.
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all before going to Mondstadt. You had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather all. So the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. A
nation?
Later events unfolded just as you remember.
You mean?
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world, and the pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from.
How could that be? The history books about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mate. Dane was just saying how these ancient... So, did
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Kanria like to give... The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with...
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of...
After the destruction of Kanria, these masterless field, they wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to it, perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time. They found that...
That sounds so sad. Yeah,
Once you understand more, those details won't mean... But no matter their past, all...
A touch of frost. Here's backup. One with my blade. Submit for judgment. Fire it up!
I summon the...
From whence you came!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Spirit Blade! Attack! Swift and
By royal decree...
Submit for judgment.
Oz revealed.
Don't get too close.
Huh? This abyss maze dropped its.
This talisman seems perhaps it really does contain
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to her highness.
What? Is that?
Loom of Fate, initial. The Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword, it seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-leaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting. So, Dane, what?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and though you may not have been aware of it at the time,
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile?
No. From the content, they won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology.
Is that even? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though of course, only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being the talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven.
The eye of the very first field tiller?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically...
Yes. According to the thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order... Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the start? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to...
The cathedral.
Huh?
Nothing. A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mons, but how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about... And actually, the Animo Archon is... never...
I never specifically said I would enter the...
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will... Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, when a non-believer steps onto holy ground, I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting...
Okay, then we'll just go...
I should warn you about one thing. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything... Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss...
Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre Dirhamel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just a... Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something.
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that.
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven. Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's record.
The Tyrant's final...
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt many, many years ago. There was a time when balls of fire would...
Balls of fire raining from the sky?
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms. So they referred to it as This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its... Right! Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to...
It's okay. Thanks.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those
monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during...
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing... Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right. We'll go give Master...
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled...
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to...
No, that's not... Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his... The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information. Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
You came! Barely a scratch.
I'll protect us. La 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 la.
Fourth, my blade. Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not...
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about... It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't...
Lest I repeat I will tell you...
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Canrea by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by this... Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go...
Up there? What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You all, at the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the...
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not... Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after but the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. Do they... The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go...
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind Honorary Knight, please go and check if this god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it... Okay, be careful.
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to rape. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled. If you serve us, we can restore your divine power. Lies.
What the heck is this? Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt a...
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
No matter how many times...
One with my blade. From whence you came. Swift and merciful. Forth, my blade. Spirit blade, attack!
By royal decree!
I got you covered!
Resistance is futile. The end is nigh.
Swift and merciful! Ah!
Die.
Ah!
The world will
Forth, my blade! From whence you came!
The end is nigh.
No rest. One with my blade!
The abyss. The ceremony was in. How does an old spirit have such No matter. This is but a small
It disappeared.
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
human lupical. But still.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But I too didn't see.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas's mind?
Thank you. In the future, my claws, you smell danger?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's knows. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to. Excuse us, Mr.
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the.
Missiles. I do not know. It could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this? Anyway, this pretty much proves that It sounds like the first one was way strong, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving.
Don't know.
Yes, you were a bit. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss is for.
Yes, I smell. You too.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane. Dane, there you are!
I saw her, but purposely avoided. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, if I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss Force. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out.
Huh? Really?
That information combined with a more For example, the old story. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury, after it was damaged in the fight with the wolf then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin... is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look. Ooh, so what did you? Huh? Nothing. What's going?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat...
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that.
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attacked, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the Divine Throne. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No.
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure, no matter where we may hide it, they will find it. But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that we can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it up.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven, as well as being a really important... well, good...
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are, I'll make sure it does.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That are the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Looks like we're an eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dane. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed. Oh, and something far more dangerous. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to
Odds revealed by...
Spirit Blade! Attack! Forth, my blade! How? Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
Ready, steady, go!
But how? One with my blade. Force my blade. Here's backup. From whence you came.
By royal decree.
Fire it up.
Let the show begin.
Spirit blade. Attack. A touch of frost.
The end! The abyss! Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister?
Ether. Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent a curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same and you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related... and the whole thing about Dane being your enemy...
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we... But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful... Really? At least now, as well as the 7, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right! By the way, would they... Oh! First off, that Abyss Herald called... It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war. Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really with the people of and Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500... So that's why your sister said that Dane... But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane... Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out Yeah, then... We can't let her... Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler. Let's go.